Hi there. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the split screen feature on your iPad to open up a video in Canvas and also open up the aligning worksheet so you can take notes at the same time that you're watching the video all on one screen on your iPad. So you're going to need two apps open because we're going to be using split screen. So we're going to split our screen into two windows. So first you need to get into your Canvas. You will look for the icon for Canvas Student. Mine looks like Canvas Teacher. It's just a different color and it says teacher instead of student. But I am going to open up my Canvas Teacher account. And what I need to do is I need to get to the appropriate class. So the first thing you're going to do is go to our Math 156 class for fall 2023. Once you're there, you're going to navigate to the video and the worksheet that you're going to need to have prepared for the next day in class. So let's say we want to work on the Solving Linear Inequalities video and worksheet that is going to be due on August 28th. So I'm going to go to my modules. It's a fundamentals assignment. So I'm going to open up the fundamentals module. So I'm going to collapse some of the other modules to make it a little easier to navigate. All right, so week 1 fundamentals, let's just say we're working on the assignment that's due on the 28th. And let's go here, chapter 1 fundamentals. Again, you could do this with any of the assignments. I just happen to be choosing one of them that's going to be due on the 28th. So I'm going to open up the assignment. And there's two things I'm going to need here. The first is the video. Well, great, the video is already there. The second thing I'm going to need is the copy of the worksheet. And what I want to do is I want to download that as a PDF to my iPad and then open it up in Notability on the other side of my split screen. So I haven't split my screen just yet. So first I want to download that the worksheet. So I'm going to click on Solving Linear Inequalities, the PDF. Okay. And now that I have the worksheet open, I want to upload it into Notability. So at the bottom, you see there's a little square with an arrow pointing up. I'm going to click on that, and then I'm going to click on my Notability app to send it to Notability. All right, now I want to put it in an appropriate folder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this Create New Note. There we go. And then I want to go to Subject because the subject is like my folder. I already have a folder for Math 156. If you don't have one yet, then you'll want to go ahead and create one. And then you can create little subfolders underneath it. I'm just going to put it in Practice Worksheets for now, but you can name it whatever you want. Whoops. Let's go back there. So I'm going to create New Note. I am in my Math 156 Practice Worksheets. And let's change the title. I can leave it as it is, or if I wanted to add a little bit more detail, I can pull up my keyboard and I can say Fundamentals Worksheet. Whatever you want. I just want to show you that you have the ability to change the name to whatever it is that you want. Okay, so now I'm going to click Import and it's in my Notability. Wonderful. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the split screen. So I'm going to click on the 3 dots at the top of my screen. So if you didn't see that, let me do it one more time. At the very top, there's 3 dots, and I want to click Split View. Now I have to open up the other app that I want to put on the other side of my screen. See, it's telling me to choose another app. So at this point, I want to choose Notability. So I might need to scroll through to find my Notability app, and there it is. It's the blue icon with the yellow pencil. And now you'll see I have Notability opened up on the other side of my iPad. So this was an old note that I was working on. So I'm going to go into Notability and I'm going to click on the folder I want for Math 156. And I think I put this in Practice Worksheets. And then there is the blank template that I just downloaded. So this is where I'm going to be taking my notes as I watch the video. So now on the left side of my screen back in Canvas, I'm going to go back and I'm going to pull up that video. Oops, I have to go back and click the class again. I backed out too much. So let's go down, and that's okay. This is just good practice. Let's find the class that we want. So we want Fall Math 156. Remember, I was in the week 1 fundamentals, and we were on chapter 1, Solving Linear Inequalities. It was due on August 28th. There it is. Okay, so I've already downloaded the worksheet that's due on the beginning of class at 8/28, and now here's the video. So here is where I can play the video. So I'm just going to press the play icon. And once the video starts to play, you'll notice the examples in the video are the same as the examples that are on the worksheet on the right side of my screen. In this video, we will look at two examples of solving linear inequalities, and we will also look at how to express our final result in interval notation. Our first inequality is 2x minus 7 is less than or equal to 4. So our first order of business is to isolate the x term. So I'm going to start by adding 7 to both sides of the inequality. So now I have 2x is less than or equal to 11. And my next step is to divide both sides by 2, leaving me with x is less than or equal to 11 halves. It's perfectly fine. Okay, so I'm not going to go through the whole entire video right now, but I'm just going to show you what I did while I was watching that video. I was able to annotate on the right side of my screen, and you'll notice I can just use 2 fingers to make it bigger while I'm writing and then make it smaller when I go on to the next example. So after I fill in all my notes, so there's example 1, example 2, there's a little question down here I'm going to answer, and I can just write my answer here. And if I really want to get creative, I can use the lasso and I can convert it to actual text if I want. Or you can just use your handwriting, whatever you want to do there. And then down here are the practice problems. So then you'll go back to your pen tool and you will perform the practice problems. Okay, so now we've annotated our worksheet as we've watched the video on the left-hand side. So now I want to make sure I save this in my Notability app. So I'm going to, on the Notability side of my screen, use the left arrow. And there it is. Now it's just in my file. So next time I go ahead and open it up, there's all the writing that I did. By the time you're done, all your examples will be filled in and all your practice problems will be completed. But now you have a better idea of how to use split screen to save on paper and also to have everything done in one screen on your iPad so you don't have to have another browser open on your phone or on your desktop computer at the same time. I hope you found this helpful. I can't wait to see all the wonderful things that you learn how to do with the iPad and that you can teach the rest of us on another day. Have a wonderful day.